Actually, for a high-level survival mission, there's not that many enemies around. He walks around the corner.
Get ready for a capsule.
Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the majestic Snare. This is my disembodied voice, which is exponentially more successful than my face, which is nice to know. So guys, I hope you're doing well on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is for you right now. Okay, I'd just like to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is the fact you're looking at Ember Prime. Now, I did spend a little bit of money over this Easter weekend. I felt like having a treat, so I bought myself Ember Prime as a part of a pack. I noticed that I didn't have any of the Prime parts, and she was going to be vaulted away, but she wouldn't be available after the 10th of April. So I thought, I do really love Ember as a frame, so I wanted to get the Prime. I'm working on other Primes as we speak, but that's just the one I wanted to get. So that's why I thought I'd showcase her to you today. So let me know what you think, and most of all, just let me know how you're doing. Once again, I must just say a big thank you to everybody for the support on these videos. It means a great deal, so thank you for your comments. I'm trying to engage with everybody who comes along and says something and gets involved in the videos, so thank you very much for that. But today's video is going to be about the story. Okay, so I've just finished The War Within, and I've done the Chains of Harrow quests, which are kind of, I consider at the moment for me, the end of the story, the big stuff. I don't want to go into any spoilers, and I know some people are asking for a reaction video, but I just wanted to insert a few things and talk about the story in general around Warframe, and kind of give you my feelings on how I am right now after finishing those story bits and how the game is looking. Now, I will do a 300-hour review, because currently I'm about 260-ish. I'll put the game time up on screen about now, so you can actually see how much time I've spent. That is not doctored, it is actually the time I've spent. It's a very important game for me now because I'm playing it pretty much every day. But I'm at the point where I've finished the story, and I wanted to talk about how it's made me feel and the kind of the view for the future and how it's opened up for me again. Think of it as a little bit like an extra review step, but not quite. So I finished The War Within, and it kind of opens up a lot more avenues for more resources to get and a new kind of method of getting stuff. So there's a whole lot more research I need to do and look into how the game will work and those things. Now, I knew about things like Riven mods, that they were in existence before, but I now have one, and it's got a ridiculous challenge on it where I have to shoot 19 people off a dropship while sliding with a rifle. I really don't think I'm going to be doing that one, but it's Riven mods is just one of the things. Without going into the other stuff, it's a new epoch, it's a new eon of collecting resources in a different way or for different stuff. And it's interesting because when you finish The War Within, it just opens up a whole lot more. There's new things to be doing, and you might have seen hints of while you've been playing the game or playing through the game, and now it's available to you, not necessarily giving you much guidance, but it gives you enough to kind of go on and go, oh right, what else is new? I think I'm slowly but surely becoming a Warframe addict. I don't know if there's an actual term for that, whether it's just full-blown tenno, I don't know. It's just something that for me, I enjoy playing it, I enjoy playing with friends, and we all enjoy playing together. So it's a game that brings those things together, and the story has made me feel like it answers some questions. It's made me feel like there's a universe there. There's an actual kind of world created, and it kind of makes a little bit more sense than it did. Oh, how to talk about it without giving too much spoiler stuff away. So basically, I feel like the story has given me the freedom now to go off and read and research and find out more about this world without being worried about spoilers. I mean, everyone was talking about spoilers, and the community is fantastic. I'll say that again. There's so many people that are saying, the first rule of Warframe is do not ruin the second dream, and I believe in that, and I'll carry on the torch and not do that to other people. So what I wanted to just go through here was the fact that when you're playing through those missions, you feel like you're working towards something, and I think the second dream is probably the bit you're working towards. And if you think of it in a term of like a sentence, the second dream is the meaning of the sentence, and The War Within is like the punctuation. So it kind of it puts an end to that phrase and makes you understand the full meaning and the context. How else to talk about it without spoilers, I'm not quite sure. But for me, after 250 hours worth of gameplay, I've enjoyed so much of my time, and I've given Digital Extremes enough cash in real money to sort of say thank you. I've bought some Platinum, and I bought Ember Prime. Some people won't necessarily like the story missions. Some people won't think it's a good thing. Some people don't like that kind of gameplay. But the story is For me, it was satisfying. There was one moment at the end of The War Within, I literally had goosebumps, and on stream I showed them on camera. I literally got goosebumps, and that hasn't happened to me in a video game since, I don't know what, probably The Last of Us, with an emotional response anyway, a physical emotional response. So thank you, Digital Extremes, for managing to do that, because maybe I'd hyped myself up enough, maybe I got into it, but it was just that moment in the story where I felt like, oh, this is so awesome, and it's like, I can't wait to, I'm so anxious to see the next bit, and it came through, and it delivered for me. It absolutely delivered. Now I'm sitting here just after the story is finished. I've done a few extra quests. I realised I hadn't done some of the Syndicate quests to get some of the other Warframes and the other content. Octavia's quest, which is quite an interesting one. The frame itself, Octavia, is, if you didn't know, surrounded by kind of a theme of music. Actually, pun was intended. There's a number of different side, I call them side quests, but they're not really, they're Syndicate quests, to get those extra frames like Nidus and I think Atlas as well, and Octavia, but they're different. They're just, all the missions, they feel different, and I know it's not end game content, but I've just got to the point now where I'm like, okay, I haven't done that yet, I want to do that, and I'm looking for things I want to research or get the parts for. Those extra quests that are kind of still to be done, I think some of them will need sort of end game content to be able to do those particular bits. I'm looking forward to spending time with those and having a bit more story. I don't know if I'll feel any different when those story-based things are gone and I'm just grinding. I'm just getting into things like, there's a particular mission type called the Arena, which seems to be like a bit of a battle royale with a 4x4 team. It's PvE again, but it seems to be a bit of a grinder. I don't really know too much about it yet. I've only played one or two missions of it. I haven't got my head around it. There's other resource mining missions, particular types of missions that pop up at the end of the game. I'm not going to go into that because it might ruin things. And there is the Index, which doesn't ruin anything really at all, apart from it's a kind of a gambling in-game credit system where you go to a match and you're literally kind of playing pickup and resource gathering in a mission while against another team's doing the same thing, getting points back to your own base. And these are the kind of extra missions that really do make me feel like there's another bit, and Digital Extremes are trying to give you those extra bits to do, because let's face it, this game is the science of addiction. It's just amazingly put together to keep you playing, to keep you coming back, to enjoy your time with it. The grip that it has on you it's like an embrace rather than a drag, if that's a good way to put it. It doesn't feel like you're being manipulated even when you probably are. It's just a very, very clever way of doing things. So I think once again the game has opened out and become a more expansive experience with lots more things to do. So getting my research hat on, going into the Plains of Eidolon properly as like an end game. I don't want to call it an end game because it's not really end game content, it's just extra stuff. I mean, I had a comment on one of my videos recently. It really struck a chord with me. They said, I haven't played a new game in years because I'm just in love with Warframe. I thought that was insane. How can a game have that much of a grip on somebody? But then again, I feel kind of the same way. I think the next time I actually pick up a new game, it's going to be difficult for me to relate to it, and I'll just be thinking of Warframe. I probably will be. I'll be like, okay, well I've done a couple of hours of this now. I'm going to go back and have a 5-hour stint on Warframe. That's how I'll actually feel, unless that game really grabs me. Has Warframe ruined my gaming? I don't know yet. I mean, I'm enjoying playing Warframe, but I don't really want to play much else right now, which is difficult when you're co-running a YouTube gaming channel, so we'll see how that goes. So that's kind of my feelings where I am right now. I want to give a quick update considering I played War Within on Sunday, so it's still kind of fresh. But I wanted to see what you guys think about the kind of after the War Within content on Warframe. If you're an experienced player, then maybe you can give some gems of wisdom. Please be careful of any spoilers. I don't want any spoilers happening in the comments. I will delete those comments if they have any in, so just be warned. I just want to keep it a nice, good community feel. We want to remember that rule of not ruining Second Dream for anyone, so let's not talk about that. I've tried my best not to talk about spoilers, but none of us want that to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how I'm feeling right now about Warframe after the War Within. It's still fresh in my mind. I'm just thinking there's lots more content, there's lots more things to do. They have just knocked it out of the park for me again, because I still want to spend more time playing the game, even though the story part is finished, and I want all the good stuff. I want to have the things and spend my time enjoying the game as it was intended to be enjoyed. So for that, I can only thank everybody involved with the game and the studio and the community, just to say what a great place this is. And unfortunately I feel like I am becoming a full-blown addict, so I hate you for that, but I also love the fact it's a good thing to be addicted to. Don't forget the phrase, don't do drugs, do Warframe. I want that on a t-shirt very soon. It's very, very apt, I think, because it is quite an addiction when you let it get its claws into you. So thank you for sticking with me this long in the video. Thanks for listening. I've had a great time making these series of videos. They won't be stopping. I will be doing some other Warframe content, but at the moment I'm thinking of ways to talk about Warframe that isn't just spoiler heavy. So if you've got any suggestions, please let me know. I know people want to see those reaction videos. I don't know quite how to do them without giving things away, so they might not happen on the channel. Oh, I don't know yet. But guys, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget, if you have liked what you see here today, please subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and maybe even share it around the social medias. It does help out the channel a great deal. We have videos coming out every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so please check back then for more awesome content. And click the old ding-a-ling bell just to be notified of any new videos. Thanks very much. Okay guys, take care of yourselves. See you later. That was terrible. Okay, love you, bye-bye.